are uncertain. You know? So this person is facing challenges from every side, from all sides. He's facing challenges from his own family. He's facing some sort of backlash from his siblings and parents. You know, when the father asks, did I ask you to drop out of school? Did I ask you to take care of my family? That's backlash. When the sister asks, who are you to tell me to stop indulging in drugs? That is backlash. You see? So he's facing reactions from everywhere. He's facing reactions from every side. And you find that this is doing a lot of damage to Joseph and also it's doing a lot of damage to Joseph, both to his physical and the emotional end of it. You know, if you look at what Jose may be going through psychologically, for example, you find that there's a point in the video where Jose says he wishes that he can just leave and go and focus on his family, you know. And this is a person this shows that he's a person who's going under a lot of stress.
Yeah, true.
Okay. And the thing with stress is the more you try to, it's like a hole. The more you try to dig, thinking that you may get out, the deeper you go into that hole. You get? So you find with Jose, there is a lot of stress that is facing him.
Yeah.
And he's actually really doing a lot in making sure that everyone is as comfortable as possible. That is everyone except him. Because you can feel from the story that he's actually a very angry and a very disillusioned human being.
And so much depressed.
Yes. He's he doesn't see any hope, you know? Because if you look at it from the point of, he says that if he leaves, he knows that his dad will just leave. His father will follow suit.
Yeah.
See? So there's no hope. There's nobody else that he feels can support the family apart from him. You see? So it's putting a lot of stress on Jose. And it is very, very unpleasant and maybe harmful in the long run.
Mr. Dennis,
Yes.
Vile mimi nina understand, huyu mtoto amelazimika kuchukua responsibility akiwa very young. So tell me, huyu mzazi venye anamwangalia, anaona venye mtoto wake ana struggle. Huyu mzazi anafurahia, anafeel, yeah, my son amegrow, my son anakuwa responsible, anafollow nyayo zangu mi baba yake. Ama mama analia, anafeel mtoto wake anaumia, anateseka. Tell me the reaction, yani venye hao wazazi wanafeel.
Well, from where I'm standing or from where I'm seated, I think there's no parent that is happy. The mother is not happy, the father is not happy as well.
Are you sure the father is not happy?
Yes.
Because na feel ni kama udad anasikia poa. My son, anaweza kama anaweza handle familia yangu hivi. Si nimewin, nimekuza ndume kwa boma.
No, because he literally asks him, did I ask you to take care of my family? You know? Because we don't know why this parent, the father, we don't know why he got into the drug behavior. We don't know. Okay? He may have gotten into this behavior as a way of coping with the wife's illness. You know? Naweza kuwa alipigwa hata yeye na butu wake vyake, and since he does not know how to channel these feelings and these emotions, he chose to go to drugs. Okay. Also, the other thing we don't know is we don't know what the dad was doing. We know he had a job.
Yeah.
Therefore, we are assuming that, okay, personally, I am assuming that there was some role that he played, because it is said that the drug behavior made him lose his job. Therefore, he didn't have a drug behavior in the beginning. And he had a job. That is what I'm assuming, based on that statement. Therefore, you find that the drug behavior made him lose his job. Okay? And making him lose his job, losing a job always takes a toll on someone, regardless, especially if there are people who look after you and there are people who look up to you. Losing a job makes it difficult for these people to look up to you. And it actually also changes how you look at yourself, you know, because we live in a community where men are normally seen as the providers, right?
True.
So for you to have a positive view of yourself, there must be some viable and some useful change that you're making in that family of yours in terms of providence. Therefore, if you get to a point that you lose a job, it takes a toll on you. See? That's why I actually don't think that the father is happy, because in asking the Jose in this story, in asking him that, did I ask you to take care of my family? The father is asking him, am I that incompetent really? Ni kushindwa nimeshindwa na kazi yangu?
Ama maybe aliuliza kwa sababu anataka kuprove that hajachoka even though hana uwezo. So hataki kuonyesha kijana that yeye ako weak. But maybe to some point anafeel kijana amemsaidia.
Well, but your original question was in the feeling, you know, whether they are happy to see all this go on.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, yeah, maybe it may have gone to that, but I don't think the father is happy, because it makes him question himself. And the questioning himself is seen in the mode of questioning that he addresses Jose with. You see? So you find that mode of questioning, if someone asks you, why are you laughing? Why are you looking at me? Before someone asks you, why are you looking at me that way? What do you think is going on in that person's
mind?
Okay? Unamwangalia
Vibaya.
You see? Before mtu akuja kuza, unaniangalia aje? The thing that is going on in this person's mind is, this person is looking at me vibaya. And it may be that I have something that is wrong. Okay? So it's the same thing. When the father asks Jose may even be helping out. Okay? But when the father asks Jose, did I ask you to take care of my family? You look at it from the point of, what is this father feeling in asking? Okay? Does it mean that he has regarded himself as incompetent? You know? Yani, nimeshindwa to take care of my family so much, mpaka mtoi anaamua anishikilie. You see? Also, the other thing, finally, is, you see, every cent that Jose has is going to channel his drug behavior. Okay? Therefore, this means that there is an addiction somewhere. Okay? With the father. So you find that there being an addiction somewhere, that's also a problem. That's also a challenge in itself.
So coming to that point of yours, kindly, kama neza uliza. So venye babake alikimbilia, maybe challenge yake ya kuingilia kwa drugs, ni kuona wife yake amekuwa mgonjwa. So ikamsambaratisha moyo, ikamvunja kabisa. But let me ask, was it the best solution to go to drugs. Kwa sababu angalia, most of the men outside here, unapata mtu akipata challenge kwa familia, either akimbilie pombe, ama akimbilie nini, hii bangi, ama aingilie sigara. You understand? So, is drugs and alcohol the best solution when you have a problem in your families? Hold on. Usijibu saizi. Viewers, we are going to take a short break.
Je, wewe ni mfanyabiashara katika sekta ya elimu, afya bora, usafiri ama unamiliki kampuni yoyote ile? Ungependa kupata fursa ya kutangaza biashara yako ili kuwafikia wateja zaidi? Usikonde. Runinga ya Younib inakupa fursa ya kupeperusha matangazo kuhusu bidhaa na huduma unazotoa kwa bei nafuu. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari za simu 0750344700 ama kupitia barua pepe marketing@younibtv.com. Jinyakulie leo. Younib TV, ever the best.
Karibuni tena sana. Tuendelee kuchangia, tuendelee kujisaidia, tuone Joseph ameona mwangaza, asione tu ako peke yake, asione ni kama hana life hapa mbele. Mr. Dennis, sorry najua nilikucut short kwa ile swali nilikuwa nakuuliza, kwa sababu nilihave yani kuacha hiyo time kidogo tumezeka mate kidogo. So my question was, is it drugs, alcohol? Is it necessary? Whenever there's a problem, whenever there's a challenge in the family, in the house, mtu lazima kimbie pap, bangi, sigara au pombe. Is it the best solution?
So, you see, it's not about the issue of morality, whether it's good or bad, but you look at the circumstance, okay? Number one, look at how our communities raise men. Look at how our communities raise young men, for that fact. You know, when a boy comes and tells you something, a problem that he had or he was facing in school, what are you most likely to tell him?
Wewe ni ndume.
Yes, or you too.
Okay, nakumbuka tukiambiwa wewe ni ndume.
When we are, you've never been told, when we were young, you've never had people tell someone, when we were young, we used to study with the moonlight. We used to study with lightning. Yeah? So you find that there is some sort of devaluing when it comes to problems that they come up, as compared to how we treat our girls, you know. There is this delicacy, there is this, not delicacy, there is this delicate nature that we handle them with.
Girl child.
Yes.
Versus boy
that
child.
We don't do with our
Boy
boys.
child.
So what are we teaching the boys? That the things that are actually not that big, okay? There are problems that are actually not that big. We don't need to talk about our problems, right? We need to solve them if they are solvable. That's why you find that as these boys grow up, they start coming to you for solutions. By the way, daddy, kitu fulani na fulani ilifanyika, and I have done such and such a thing, but naweza fanya hivi. You see? So what happens is these people grow up, right? They become fathers. So what happens when problems come?
They follow the trend.
That is one. Two, they start looking for gateways. Najua? Something to escape from. So if it's drugs, if it's, getting out of the house, all that, it happens because they look for solutions to their problems. They're trying to look for solutions whereby they can escape from their problems. Okay? Now, the thing with our women folk, most of them, they're in some sense of a community. Utapata huyu mwanamke ako chama, kuna wamama wa kanisa, So by the end of 1 month, whenever there is a problem, she won't lack anyone to talk to. Okay? What of the guys? The only circle this person has are his drinking buddies. Those people that are there busy a jaba. And they won't go to talk about their issues. True. As women do. Okay? They'll go and talk about other things. The moon, the stars, football, politics, other things, but never their issues. Okay? So you find that the only place where these people will find solace is in drugs. And the thing with low-income areas is drugs are very rampant. They are very available. They are very available. They're very accessible. Okay. So if someone decides to go and drown their sorrows because hata kuja kupe shida yake hautamsaidia. Okay. So it's not a moral issue per se. It is in how we've been brought up, and how we tend to understand different aspects of the world around us. Yes.
Okay. So another worry. Kama hizi challenges zinatokea, ndio mtu ana end up going to drugs and alcohol, whatever the substance they use. Most of these cases, they happen in the slums. Huko ghetto. Juu sijaisikia mtu mwenye anateseka akiwa na shida, mtu mwenye maybe anatoka Runda, mashika Westland, nasikia mostly ni huko ghetto. So hawa watu wa ghetto, tunaweza find bridges, those gaps zinawasaidia, hata kama ni social medias, any platform inaweza tumika at least kuwatoa pale, wanafuata the same behavior, the same ways of. So huyu mtu mwenye wamezoea kufollow the same channel. Unapata kwa kina Kamau, baba yao ni mlevi. Kwa kina Umundi, baba yao ni mlevi. So hiyo channel ni kind of the whole community. So tunaweza find the best bridges, best people, best channels to solve these problems. At least hata hii substance abuse and drug abuse ipungue kabisa in these communities.
I think yes, it's possible. But even before you bring outsiders to come and solve your problems for you, sometimes some of these challenges are inbred. Zinakuanga ziko tu kwa hiyo mtaa. You get? So the only way to solve them should come from hiyo mtaa. And one of the things is awareness. There are people who do it because they're simply not aware that hii stuff inaniharibia familia. Hii kitu iliniharibia kazi. Okay? Therefore, promoting awareness is one very big thing, and it's a very big thing, and one thing that is key in making sure we eradicate this problem. Okay? And that's why we are having shows like My Confessions here. That's why I'm here today. Because there is someone who will watch this show and they learn something from this show. Okay? They've been made more aware. Secondly, there is also access. These are inbred solutions. There is also access. As I've said before, we live in a global village right now. Yeah. So even if you talk about that ghetto, the ghetto has a very robust network, and a majority of the people in that ghetto can access the internet in one way or another, you know. Therefore, we live in an age where there is a lot of information out there. There are a lot of skills out there, you know. So you find that positively using the media, because again, another thing that has contributed to this problem is also the media, you know. Yes, so there's the people you follow, the people you listen to. We call it modeling. The people you follow, the people you listen to, you tend to become more like them. You know, so if you're in a media, if you're using a media, if you're using a media form where they glorify the use of drugs and everything, you know, they show you that when you do this, this is what happens. You'll feel good. You'll have access to better women. You'll have money and everything. You find that it puts a misleading notion in the viewer's mind. Okay, so again, on the flip side, it's also still about the media. You know, making sure that such conversations are done and they are done frequently is something that can help to eradicate this problem. Those are inbred solutions. Number 4, there is this sense of community that is very, very important, you know, because how come this thing mainly is affecting the youth and older men, you know, as compared to their women counterparts.
Yeah.
You know, but the youth are affected both sexes, but when the people grow older, it's mainly the men that tend to be affected by drug use, you know, substance-induced disorders. So there is this sense of community that people tend to have, that women tend to have as they grow older. You know, there is that kachama, there is that church they go to, and there is that set of women that they fellowship with. You know, they come together, they discuss things here and there. You know, so there needs to be also some sense of positive and meaningful formation of communities among guys, you know, whereby people can sit down and they're free to debrief, they're free to unwind from the pressure of the day. You know, therefore, this will make it easier for this person to avoid thinking about indulging in drugs.
Okay.
It will make it easier for this person to avoid looking for the drugs themselves.
Okay.
Okay. Therefore, finding a meaningful community around your area, that is something that can be done without external influence. Okay. However, as you've said, there are also external programs there are also external things that can be done. You know, number 1, penetration of opportunities to low-income neighborhoods. Actually, a wide range of NGOs are doing that. They're making sure that there is a huge penetration of opportunities when it comes to employment opportunities, access to financing, and so on and so forth. Okay? So you find that these opportunities are giving people some form of employment and some form of hope. Therefore, if they give the people some form of hope and some form of employment, what happens is, once these people get hope, they see that this is something that can end. This is a situation that can come to an end. You know, easy vitu si constant zinaishanga. You see? So we can also do that externally, you know, but a lot of the solutions, they must be inbred. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. At least naona kunaweza patikana light kwa Joseph and other Joseph. So to our viewers, if you have comments, you have suggestions, you have any question, please do so. Our numbers are there on the screen. All the social medias, they are there on the screen. Kindly follow us, share whatever you want to share. So, Mr. Dennis, I believe with this conversation. I believe with this discussion, kuna Joseph pale and other Joseph wameguzwa, and I believe wanaendelea kujitengeneza kimaisha. So kindly share with them. Waambie wanaweza kupata aje, wanaweza learn anything, wakikutaka hata kukutafuta kwa nyumba, wanaweza kukupata aje.
Thank you. So hapo kwa kunitafuta kwa nyumba, it can be a little bit problematic. However, to the Josephs that are listening, you know, first is to let you know that you're not alone. A lot of people out here have listened to your story, have empathized with you and your situation, you know. Also, it is okay to discuss this, you know, because the pressure does not come in the inability. The pressure comes in feeling as if you're alone in this world. There's nobody you can tell. See? Therefore, a problem shared is half solved. If I remember what my English teacher told me. Therefore, try and find that community. They're there in everything you do. Let it be positive. Let it be something that will build you and you'll benefit in one way or the other. There are very many youth organizations, youth-serving organizations, community-based organizations, faith-based organizations that you can be part of. Okay? So try and do something meaningful so as to give that thought, so as to alleviate that thought of aloneness, that nobody understands you. Hata ukiwaambia hawezi relate, you see. To remove that thought. Secondly, Younib organization offers free counseling services. Therefore, if you feel that hata ukijaribu na hiyo community bado haiwezi, you can contact Younib through the numbers provided on the screen. Therefore, you'll be able to speak to a professional who, it's free, by the way. Okay, that is for people around Jiru and its environs. Thirdly, it's not the end. Things change, nothing is constant. Actually, change is the only constant we have in life. Therefore, be hopeful, be hopeful, and ensure that at the end of the day, try your best to ensure that whatever happens, try your best to ensure that you know that it's not the end. You know, a lot can be done. Change can come. There is information out here just waiting for you to discover it. There are a lot of useful skills that you may learn out here and you can learn and excel in.
Thank you so much. So to our viewers, we are going to share a lot of stories. Tutapata story nyingi sana. So usikufe moyo. Labda story yako inaweza kuwa next season. Labda maisha yako inaweza change kupitia hii yenye tumediscuss hapa. So we are grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to watch us, to view us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. here at Younib TV. I have been your host, Sarah Mashau. Thank you for watching. See you next week.